Hello and welcome to The Dream. Today with me is Flaresz, formerly of Sin Gaming in Oceania. He also performed on multiple different teams within the LCS. Flaresz, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad myself. So I wanted to ask you, you've been out of the LCS and the professional scene for a little bit now. Do you still have plans to make it back into the professional scene?
To be honest, right now I'm not so sure, but I would love to play in professional scene again. But yeah,
All right. Is there a reason for that? Was it just like a rough experience the last time, or is it just you're starting to lose some of your drive for it?
to be honest, like I'm getting to the age where like I can't just like play anymore because I started playing when I was like in high school,
Mm-hmm.
where I have a lot of time in
Mm-hmm.
my hand, and like it wasn't like it's like more like being an adult now, so it's like I can't just like spend my day playing games
Right.
because like to money to live
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So if but I will play solo queue still to keep my ranking up and stuff.
Right. Now, what I wanted to ask you is, how did you originally become a pro player? Did you just play a lot of solo queue, or what kind of work did you put into that?
At first I started playing League as like a fun game, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like quite addicting. As then as I gradually throughout the year I got like better over the season, and I started competing in small tournament, and then I keep my ranking up. And at that time I was like 15, and I wasn't able to qualify for season 3 LCS. But my team did. We qualified for the qualifier
Right.
for LCS in season 3. It was like 30 split,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't able to play like like in the pro team until I was like senior, which I was 17,
Mm-hmm.
and that was when I joined Enemies, and we destroyed the Challenger Series for 2015 qualified LCS.
Mm-hmm. Right. I see. So you said Enemy was your main first team that you ended up going to in that scenario, and you ended up playing for them. But how was their environment compared to the amateur environment that you had grown used to, or that you might have grown used to?
Can you elaborate? Like, I didn't understand that.
Like, what was it like playing for a professional team compared to just playing regularly in solo queue? Do you think it was a major culture shock when you first went there, and it really changed your perspective on the game?
Yeah, it is because everyone in solo queue doesn't play like how you would play in scrim, and you would do I would do something like what I would do in scrim, and people would question because they didn't understand, or jungler doesn't understand. Like I can't help them when they invade because my wave is like in a bad spot,
Right.
and after you get into professional scene, you have to play scrim, and on top of it you play solo queue, and it can become really tiring, and it can burn you out pretty fast.
Gotcha. Do you think that was a large workload in scrimming compared to just playing solo queue normally? Do you think it had a heavier toll on you?
Um, I think screaming plus solo queue does have like a toll on me because it's not how I used to. I was before, like I was just play solo queue, it's just for fun. But like now, after I joined a professional team, you think about the game, like how you play, and like play how you play in scrim.
Mhm. I see. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you is you spent some time in the amateur scene. What do you think the amateur scene needs more of to improve the players that are in it?
I think the amateur scene need like infrastructure, like and a coaching staff that will willing to like help the player, not just like pick the player, or, like importing player from like a different region.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have like good player in the solo queue ranking, but it they just need some help, and like playing in the team environment, and learn not to be selfish, because solo queue players like really playing for themselves as an
Mm-hmm.
individual sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think the coaching that you got in the LCS really helped improve you as a player? Do you think those coaches helped shape who you are in terms of a play style?
Um, I wouldn't say it shaped how I was, because I learned how I play throughout my year. Like I know like I'm like aggressive player,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I just like overdo it. Uh, but in the coaching, I feel like I just learned more about macro, not like that improving my own
Mhm.
individually. Not like I some of the coach in LCS wasn't as experienced as like other. It's more like oh they just talk about how you play the game um instead of like how to win the game. I don't know explain it, but like, there's just specific point in during the game that like player can, team can do to like win, but some coaches doesn't see the picture.
Gotcha.
The best coaching I had was with Young Buck. I learned a lot from him.
Mhm.
He's the coach for like G2 or Fnatic now,
Right.
and he was like 4-time European LCS champion.
Mhm.
So I did learn a lot from him for like 2 months or a month
Gotcha.
before the promotion tournament.
Right. That's a question I have. Is that something that you think would need to change in the professional scene? That there are more coaches focused on working with players in their specific roles, or do you think that's just kind of something that the players should be left to improve on themselves?
I feel individual coaching is really nice because they will focus only on you and it will help you like improve or like get on your ass if you keep doing the same thing.
Right.
Because when you play solo queue, sometimes you just play against really easy player, it become a really bad habit. And when you play against good player, then it's like a really different pressure or feeling when you play against like a world class player. It's just a different feeling.
Mhm. Now, I want to try and wrap it up here, but I want to ask you: do you have any last words that you'd like to say for players who are aspiring to make it in the professional scene?
If you're planning to play in a professional team, then you should take new rankings seriously. Don't blame your teammate. Uh, just focus on yourself.
Right.
And yeah, but if you're like maybe past 20, I don't know. I don't think professional is for you
Gotcha.
or like older,
Gotcha.
unless you have a lot of time in your hand. Then yeah,
Mhm. All right. Well, thank you again, players, for coming on. It was a pleasure getting to talk with you.
no problem. Thanks for the interview.
Mhm. And that should be all. We hope to see you guys all next week on The Dream.